Good morning, boys. Today, our topic is hydrolysis of salts. In our last topic, we have discussed about weak acid, weak base, their dissociation constant, and how to find pH of weak acid and weak base. Today, in today's topic, hydrolysis of salts, you know that I am writing here four salts: NaCl, sodium chloride, CH3, COO, Na, sodium acetate, sodium acetate. Next we are writing NaCN, sodium cyanide, and lastly we are writing another salt CH3, COO, NaH4. Look at the formula of the salts written here on the board. The first one, this one is a salt of strong acid and strong base, because you know that sodium hydroxide is strong base and hydrochloric acid is strong acid. Clear? The second one is a salt of weak acid and strong base. Weak acid, acetic acid, weak acid, sodium hydroxide, strong base. The third one is a salt of strong acid, weak acid and strong base. So we are changing this formula. We are taking a strong acid and weak base, NaH4Cl. So ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is a salt of third type and it is a salt of strong acid and weak base. See the formula: ammonium chloride, ammonium hydroxide, it's a weak base, and hydrochloric acid, it's a strong acid. You can take other salts, ammonium nitrate, ammonium sulfate, these will belong to this class. And the fourth type is, it is a salt of weak acid and weak base. Weak acid and weak base. This is the fourth type. It is a salt of weak acid, acetic acid, and weak base, ammonium hydroxide. So on the basis of their formation, we have four types of salts. Now the question is that hydrolysis means reaction of a salt with water. Reaction of a salt with water. The first type of salts, salt of strong acid and strong base, they do not take part in hydrolysis. That means they do not react with water. Neither the cation reacts nor the anion reacts. Hence, the first type, in case of the first type, the hydrolysis does not take place, no hydrolysis. However, from second, third and fourth, these type of salts undergo hydrolysis. So see, we have classified the four types of salts are there. Which type does not take part in hydrolysis and what are the types which take part in hydrolysis? Now the question is that why these salts take part in hydrolysis? The salt is acetate, sodium acetate. If you write sodium acetate, CH3COO minus Na plus, and if you write the reaction with water, HOH, then the reaction is CH3COOH plus NaOH. Look at this, here we have every salt is a strong electrolyte, so it is ionized as minus and plus. This one is a strong electrolyte, it is ionized as minus and plus. Water is a weak electrolyte, acetic acid is a weak electrolyte. Now see the reaction. After reacting the salt with water, we have this. Now you can cancel sodium ion and sodium ion from both sides. So sodium ion and sodium ion, both sides are cancelled. Therefore, the reaction is CH3COO minus plus HOH to CH3COOH plus OH minus. So this is the reaction. So in case of second type, you see that anion of the salt is actually reacting with water. Because this is a weak electrolyte, it can't be written as plus minus, it will be partially dissociated, mainly it will be present there in the form of undissociated molecules. So this anion of the salt is reacting with water, so this is known as anionic hydrolysis. This hydrolysis is known as anionic hydrolysis. Anionic hydrolysis. Okay, now you come to see third type ammonium chloride. And one more thing I must mention it here, that during the hydrolysis of a salt of weak acid and strong base, the solution will be basic in nature because of the presence of free hydroxyl ion. That means pH after hydrolysis will be greater than 7. pH after hydrolysis will be greater than 7. This means if you dissolve sodium acetate in water and it will make a solution, and if you examine the pH of the solution, the pH will be definitely greater than 7 because of the presence of free hydroxyl ions. Now see third case ammonium chloride NH4Cl. NH4Cl is a salt ionized as NH4 plus and Cl minus plus water, weak electrolyte. Complete the reaction, ammonium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid, ammonium hydroxide NH4OH plus hydrochloric acid HCl. Now HCl is a strong electrolyte, therefore ionize HCl as H plus and Cl minus. Now cancel Cl minus from both sides and write the reaction again, NH4 plus plus HOH to NH4OH plus H plus. So this is the complete reaction. See, after hydrolysis, the cation of the salt is actually reacting with water. Cation of the salt is actually reacting with water. There is free hydrogen ions. Therefore, the pH after hydrolysis will be less than 7. pH will be less than 7 because of the presence of free hydrogen ion. Or alternatively, you can say if you make a solution of ammonium chloride in water and if you determine its pH, measure its pH, you will find the pH of the solution will be less than 7 because of hydrolysis. In case of sodium chloride, if you make a solution and examine its pH, it will be 7, exactly 7. That means neutral, neither acidic nor basic. This means that neither cation nor anion is reacting with water. Anion is reacting with water. So this is the third type. And if you go to the fourth type, that is ammonium acetate. Ammonium acetate CH3COO minus NH4 plus water H2O, reversible sign CH3COOH plus NH4OH. Look at the reaction. After reacting with water, the salt is reacting with water, producing a weak acid and weak base. That means they cannot be fully ionized. Therefore, nothing to cancel here. The cation of the salt is also reacting and the anion of the salt is also reacting. What about pH? pH of after the hydrolysis, the pH cannot be assessed because depends upon the degree of dissociation of acid and degree of dissociation of base. Whether the pH will not be 7. Remember it, pH will not be 7, but pH may be less than 7, pH may be greater than 7. Depends upon the value of degree of dissociation of the acid and degree of dissociation of the base, alpha B and alpha A. If I say that alpha A is greater than alpha B, alpha A is greater than alpha B, then you can say that acid dissociation constant is greater, therefore the solution will be acidic, that means pH will be less than 7, and if alpha A is less than alpha B, then the pH of the solution will be greater than 7, but never equal to 7, because the two different electrolytes, two different weak electrolytes, they can't have same degree of ionization. Their degree of ionization will vary, obviously vary, definitely vary. And after that, theoretically you can predict by knowing their values alpha A or alpha B or Ka or Kb. After knowing their values, if it is given that dissociation constant of acid is greater than dissociation constant of base, you can say that pH will be less than 7. If the dissociation constant of acid is less than dissociation constant of base, you can say pH will be greater than 7. The solution will be basic in nature, like this. So, hydrolysis, due to hydrolysis of the salt in water, reaction with water, the resulting solution will be either acidic or basic, and either acidic or basic. Therefore, you can say that this type of hydrolysis is anionic hydrolysis, and second type of hydrolysis, see, the cation is taking part in the process of hydrolysis, so it is called cationic hydrolysis. And the third type, you see the third type, both the cation and anion are reacting with water, so the third type is known as cationic and anionic hydrolysis. Cationic and anionic hydrolysis. Therefore, as far as this topic is concerned, there is salt of strong acid and strong base, all the salts of strong acid and strong base, sodium chloride, sodium sulfate, potassium nitrate, these belong to this class. They do not take part in hydrolysis. You can say no hydrolysis will occur, and pH of the solution will be 7, neither acidic nor basic. The second type is salt of weak acid and strong base. This type of hydrolysis is known as anionic hydrolysis. Anionic hydrolysis, as it is shown here. And the pH, the solution will be basic in nature, pH will be greater than 7 after hydrolysis. Third type is salt of strong acid and weak base, and it is known as cationic hydrolysis, since the cation of the salt is reacting with water, and the solution after the hydrolysis, the solution nature of the solution will be acidic, that means pH less than 7. And the fourth type, salt of weak acid and weak base, they will also take part in hydrolysis, but you cannot predict whether the solution will be acidic or basic. This depends upon the degree of dissociation of the acid or degree of dissociation of the base, weak base. After that, if theoretically you can predict in this way, if alpha A is greater than alpha B, the pH will be less than 7. If alpha A is less than alpha B, the pH will be greater than 7. Now see, you can find out the pH of the salt of weak acid and weak base. pH of the salt of weak acid and weak base. pH of the salt of weak acid and weak base. This pH can be calculated from their values of Ka and Kb. This is the formula. This formula you see, pH equals to 7 plus half into pKa minus pKb. In the last case, this is the pH formula for the salt of weak acid and weak base. pH equals to 7 plus half of pKa minus pKb. Look at this, Ka and Kb depends upon Ka and Kb. Whether it will be less than 7 or greater than 7, Ka and Kb will decide. Or alternatively, you can say alpha A and alpha B will decide. Suppose a problem is there. Let us see this problem. The Ka of CH3COOH, K value, K of this is 2 into 10 to the power minus 4, and Kb of NH4OH is 3 into 10 to the power minus 5. Find the pH of an aqueous solution of ammonium acetate. See this question. You have to find the pH of aqueous solution of ammonium acetate. Therefore, in this case, what to do? You find pKa. pKa equals to minus log of K. So this is equal to minus log of 2 into 10 to the power minus 4. This is equal to 4 minus log 2. This is equal to 4 minus 0.301, 3 point. This is pKa. Similarly, you find pKb. pKb equals to minus log Kb. Kb, this is equal to minus log Kb. Value of Kb is 3 into 10 to the power minus 5. Minus 5. This is equal to minus 5 minus log 3. 5 minus 0.4771. This is equal to 9 to 5.4. 4.5229. Now after finding pKa and pKb, use the formula pH equals to half 7 plus half of pKa minus pKb. pKb, this is equal to 7 plus half of, write down the value of pKa 3.699 minus pKb 4.523, approximately 29 equals to 3. I have written it here. This is equal to 7 plus half into 6, 7, 1, no, this is wrong. The minus term is greater, 4, this one. So see 7.0837, 7 plus half into 0.834. Okay. Now this is equal to 7 plus divide by 2, 0.412. This is equal to 7.412. See it here. That means if Ka equals to this and Kb equals to this, and hydrolysis, after hydrolysis the pH of ammonium acetate will be equal to 7.412. That means slightly basic in nature. Slightly basic in nature. Okay, 7 greater than 7, that means, no, it is, sorry, this is minus, okay, let me calculate it exactly, this is minus, so it is 6.28885, slightly acidic in nature. Because this is minus sign, this one is greater, so minus, it will be minus, so 7 minus 0.412, that is 6.588. This will be the pH after hydrolysis. That means the solution will be slightly acidic in nature. Why it is acidic? Look at the problem. You see that Ka of acetic acid is more than Kb of ammonium hydroxide. This is the Ka value, this is the Kb value. Compare which is greater, this one is greater. So acid dissociation constant is greater, and that's why solution is acidic. Clear? So this is hydrolysis. So in a nutshell, we can say that you can find out the pH of any salt after hydrolysis, because there are many salts which do not belong to strong acid and strong base. For those cases, the aqueous solution will be either acidic or basic in nature. Now we shall start another topic, buffer Buffer solution. Buffer solution, listen to me, the definition is a solution which can resist the change in pH upon the addition of small amount of acid or base to it. But in a solution, such a solution that if you add somewhat slight amount of acid or slight amount of base, the pH will not be disturbed. Such solutions are known as buffer solution. Buffer solutions are of two types. Number one, acidic buffer, and number two, basic buffer. Number two, basic buffer. Acidic buffer and basic buffer. Acidic buffer, what is it? An equimolar composition, equimolar mixture of acidic buffer. It is an equimolar mixture of weak acid and its salt with a strong base, and its salt of strong base. This is the composition of acidic buffer. Let us take an example of weak acid, HCN, and its salt with a strong base, NaCN. Therefore, HCN plus NaCN in 1:1 mole ratio will form an acidic buffer. You have lot of example, phosphoric acid and sodium phosphate, sodium carbonic acid and potassium carbonate. These are the examples of acidic buffer, and acidic buffer, they are called so because their pH is always less than 7, and that pH, it would be 4 point something, 3 point something, but whatever be the pH will be maintained. If you add slight amount of acid or slight amount of base to it, pH will be retained. Basic buffer, it is a equimolar mixture of weak base and its salt of strong acid. This is the composition of basic buffer. For example, weak base, ammonium hydroxide, and its salt with a strong acid, ammonium chloride, in 1:1 molar ratio. If you mix in 1:1 molar ratio, it will form a basic buffer, and its pH value will be greater than 7. So this is the definition of buffer and types of buffer. Next class we shall discuss about how to find the pH and pOH of buffer solution. Okay boys, thank you.